And my legs. How late am I? Am I fired at home? What up? It's your boy. Info. How's it going? How you doing? Sorry, I was banging. Here I am. We made it. I'm having, guess what I'm having? A cinnamon and ramen cinnamon buns. I stashed them up here on the top. That can sell. Also have some of these Crunch Factor at 10. There's also some nachos. We're having nachos tonight. Wife doesn't know. A little secret nachos coming her way. She's been awesome. So, well, 5:30, 6:30, maybe 7:30. Nothing sooner. Probably even later because it's like a special, right? So, you see these? These are out of this world. Get some. So, we walk over to the greatest fridge on earth here. It's my friend, old friend, and we meet again, old friend. So we're gonna grab one of these, and we're gonna get a bunch of stuff into us. It's called Protein Shake Cinnamon Bun Special. This is not your ordinary protein shake. This is made with awesome, okay? Let's get it in us. You gotta have a protein shake every day. You just gotta. You can tell by the way I say gotta, you gotta. I got avocados over here, so we're having burritos and a taco night tonight. So it's just this slick little burrito, nothing big and heavy. A little batch of rice, beans, salsa. We have a vegan queso dip there. So we're going to spread the salsa and the queso dip across the burritos, roll them up, these like thin burritos. I'm going to slap it in the oven with chipotle across there, some jalapenos, and this other dish that I put together. I'm going to meld the two together, meet it in the middle for the greatest creation in the world. Yes, that's right. Mexican meets more Mexican. Who loves Mexican anyway? Really, I mean, like, how do you beat it? Welcome. Straight on the money says, welcome. Like the video and subscribe as soon as possible. Like, start subscribing. I watch Ramo on YouTube, Divergent, and Ramo and Youngblood and Ramo are my favorites. Tomorrow's Wednesday, it's Hash Wednesday, so I always look forward to that day. Shouts out to the only, real YouTube channel that I find a lot of value in, As well, Divergent, beautiful channel on YouTube, doesn't get enough credit. As well as Anonymous, of course. I love Anonymous videos. They're always different than what's going on in regular news. I just love watching everything, you know. You don't know what's real, what's fake, until you pile it all into you, and then begin to decipher around you by witnessing, real things happen. They go, well, that guy kind of hit it on the head, didn't he? And here's why. Nature, life itself, right in front of you. So, hope everyone's having a wonderful, today on the show, the star of the show is, of course, these cinnamon buns. My friends, these cinnamon buns right here. My hat is on too tight. It's on a certain number that I'm not even aware of. I must have a huge head because my head is, well, it's huge. Oh, wow! Brain. Freezing. What takes? Oh, you know what? The blender is downstairs. It must be deep. Oh, Riggy. It must be getting... The blender must be getting washed right now. Hi, you hungry? Come on. Everyone's always calling it. Oh, cat's meowing. It's gotta be hungry. Your cat's gotta be hungry. Damn it. Where's the cat food? You ate a whole can of cat food since 4 a.m., buddy? Holy smokes, bro. Full-grown cat here. Anybody is looking for a full-grown cat? Food. Cat food. At this point, I'm so tired I may have a little nibble. some in ya, bro. Oh yeah, get it right in ya. Hey? All this stuff I just vape a good cat toke there. I don't want any part of this stuff. Oh. Telling you right now, I went from being starving to not even interested. Oh, in food itself. It smells like true, like real death. Gross. All right, we're gonna get out a cinnamon bun. Now this is a serious thing. We're gonna be doing a sleep stream shortly, right after my fap and the cinnamon bun here. You'll watch me eat the cinnamon bun, and then I'm gonna have internet difficulties, technical difficulties with my internet for about 15, 25 seconds, or however long it takes me to watch a good 15, 25 seconds of some true hardcore gardening. Oh my goodness. It hurts way less when you have no freaking clue how much these buns possibly cost. It hurts way less. I recommend everybody just tap. You know, have no clue how much things cost. Just tap for it. Just grab it off the shelf and tap. Right? Definitely not. This one time, okay. But yeah, it's been like years since I looked away from the price. And then again, there was something I was like gasping at, and I was like, but I was like, oh, it looks really good. Oh, and then as I was gasping, whoa, that's expensive. I put it in the cart. I was like, wonder if I should have got new tires instead of that delicious dessert from Costco in a 12-pound package. I made the right choice. We can walk this winter, but those desserts aren't going to eat themselves. Now, are they? So we've got here a wonderful, I'm going to actually toast. We always use the right side. It doesn't matter. Just put your toaster down. You want to slam this thing. How do you slam it? Well, to ensure that the juices in there, do you fold it in? So when you cut a cinnamon bun in half, have you ever taken the icing that always drips off right down the toaster, or if you ever toasted a cinnamon bun, like it goes away, like the icing disappears? Have you ever thought of this? Inverting the top onto the bottom. I mean, I'm doing it. It's never been done before. Greatest daily live streamer in the world. And now you see why you came to this channel to watch a smacks video. Hey? Let's get some smacks in us. One time when I was a kid, well, no, I don't want to tell that story. It's kind of funny. This Ashman is a big teenage girl, and she kind of gave me a smack at an arcade. And then I turned around and I made a joke. I mean, she was like bullying everybody. She was so big. She was just like an 18-year-old. She was chubby. She was being mean to all us 12-year-olds or 13-year-old kids, eh? All guys. She just had a rough day or something at work. I don't know what it was, and none of us were into like picking on girls when I was ever in my life. So anyway, maybe we all have our serious moments, but this wasn't one of them. Anyway, I can't remember what it was, but she walked up and I think she hit one guy and slapped me. She missed the second guy, and I think she hit me, or she just clocked me with a slap, and my face went sideways, and I looked at her. I mean, I think she was expecting me to cry or something. I don't know. And I looked at her and I told her what I thought she was, eh? And then after I realized I was getting attacked by some 18-year-old chubby chick, I was like on the move, and I started to show her when she was stumbling and tripping on the curb. And all the other younger guys were like, holy, dude's sticking up for us and himself. Like, it was just one of these times, but it was like the only time I've ever been hit by a girl, eh? Man, I'll never forget that. And I was scared too. I was a little bit scared because she was big, and she had family that was psycho, eh? And I didn't have no one. But I bet you when they caught wind that she was beating up a tiny little guy. Like, I was young. And she was just huge. Man, I remember seeing her when I was 18 in the bar. I'll tell you, she wasn't doing squats for those 6, 7 years since then. And I went up to her and I was like, hey, remember me? And she's like, oh, you're handsome. I'm like, and you're not. And I said, you slapped me when I was a kid. I didn't forget that. And she's like, oh, she's backing up. I'm like, no, I didn't fucking hit a fat chick like you. And I said, you should never have slapped a child, eh? And I hope you don't have kids one day, I said, because you're not a good mother figure, eh? And just said a couple other things, but she was there with a guy. And I tuned that guy that night. He was really lippy. But I wrecked him pretty hard. And that's how that went, It's like the world is just that easy, to solve things. You want to be a goof? Well, I grew up. This world's, you shouldn't attack kids. And it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, I shouldn't have defended myself that day. But my mom taught and raised me so good to never strike a lady. But I'm telling you, now it's different. Now it's like if they're big and they hit me in the face, fair is fair, right? Like self-defense is literally a thing, so I don't care, guy or girl, right? If somebody's attacking me in the middle of the night, I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, what sex are you, by the way, with your hockey stick? Just got to verify. No, I'm flattening you. So, that's a real thing, eh? And I'm a good man, like, I don't endorse, I wish everyone was peaceful, but I was telling you a story about, like, I got attacked as a kid, right? And, as an adult, I don't know, there's more, like, the guy pushed me at the VLTs, I tried to walk away, and then he got lippy at the pool table. I don't really remember all this, I just remember the finale, and it was really good. Like, this guy was dusted. He may as well have been dust. He was about as good to go as a screen door on a submarine when we were done chatting outside. And I'm telling you straight up, I was just a kid then. I was more than half my age then. I was small, I was fast, but now I've been around the block so many times. It's like, you ever played ping pong before? And you just feel like you know how to play if you're good. I'm not that. I'm an okay ping pong player. Take your favorite sport, whatever it's hockey, skateboarding. That's how I feel when I go outside at night. So it's my favorite sport. So I created one of the greatest creations ever. All I did was turn the toaster on over here and keep the cinnamon bun on the plate, and then I put it away because the story was so gripping. So I know I gripped at least one or two of you. And then I caught myself twice not putting, oh no, I did have the damn cinnamon bun. See, it feels like it didn't, but then I did. And the reason why I did, because I just want to lightly toast it. For like 3 times, I thought I didn't put it on there, and then I did. And then I didn't know things toasted on the side. See? Want to see toasted? Right there. I toasted that corner and up there. But the whole thing is nice and warm. This came out of the cupboard, Well, I'll tell you what's going on right now. I'm probably having another one. This is good. So good. No clue where the smoothie blender mixer is. Probably downstairs. I gotta stay eating smoothies or I'll get wicked fat in one day. For some reason, that 2 liters of smoothie. Man, I have a big bag of berries. Yeah, I gotta get berries into me. I got this kombucha here. I better drink this kombucha. This one's different. I'm on like the 3rd or 4th different kind here. This one's ginger and lemon. I wonder if I should have this on the rocks or something, or over the rocks. Is it on top of the rocks? It says this thing was delicately brewed for 30 days. Freaking best served chilled. Well, I think it was like 9 seconds. I'm really thirsty. So where's the top of this? Oh man, made a huge faux pas there. Don't ever eat the bottom of a cinnamon bun first. What the hell are you doing? Try and get it all in you at the exact moment. If you can throw a whole cinnamon bun down you in one sitting, like in one, just do it. Let's try and fit this. This is about one sandwich. I'm gonna try. So good. Don't rush a good thing. That's rule 1. Take your time. You never know what's going to be your last cinnamon bun. Oh man. I mean, the fucking diabetes angels are kicking in here. I'm feeling it. Woo! We gotta get this into us. This is nice. Hey, we could have, we're just gonna have tons of bread today. No, we ate all the sandwich meat. Didn't we? But there's like a pack of, I got a vegan roast beef and Gouda. And, oh man, we're gonna have a hot dog bun. Oh, to the fridge. We're having corn tonight. Oh man, there's the cheese I used yesterday is, oh, for crying out loud, is blue all the way down it. I wonder if that has anything to do with why we were not. Oh man. Or maybe I didn't use. No, thank God I didn't use that piece. Oh, that's a relief. The ches is still good. It gave me upset stomach just looking at it. Then there's just a corner of a piece. But what's this thing? Oh, this would be a. There's a piece we used yesterday. Okay, okay, we're good. Excuse me, there's the hiccups. This is all zipped up here. I just wanted to. You want to have a fucking broken hand. One. I mean, it's not supposed to be any air in these. There's no way to add air to a bag. I'll just weigh this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And there should be one over there. 17, 18. That's it. Stuff potatoes now. Bags don't gain air for if possible. It's a fucking point sealing it. I'm gonna find my bag of trim too. I was around here yesterday, 2 days ago on the stream. I brought it up, literally on the stream, and I went and said, "Isn't it awesome?" That I get to, my job is to bag trim every morning. I think that specific bag of trim is missing. that's it. I don't know. It's gotta be in the freezer then. Or it's in the living room where I was last collecting then. What? There's very few pieces left. Unless I took it to the basement, but it wouldn't be there. Unless I put it on the table and I was going to press, but I was collecting silver. Now bringing it down there, it's taking it up here. It's fine. I go to make the sandwich. It's like, it's almost 3 o'clock. I haven't really had nothing yet. Did I eat? I had some cucumber this morning, half a cuke and most of tomato, and 2 slices of toast, which I farted that away a long time ago. Let's see what's going on here. So in here's my things. We're just down to put Thai sauce there, actually. I think I gotta throw this up. And the other thing I gotta get is my Gouda. It should be like right here, right? We did a couple of ingredients there, but where would it go? Like, did we finish it? There's no way we could have finished it. No, it's right here. But damn it, it's like basically empty. There's 2 slices, 3 slices there. We made a bunch of Sammys. I wanted to get 2, but we have had a little bit of an issue one time with a different variety, so we only got the 1. These hot dog buns are pretty, they're very, very skinny, so we're gonna have 2 in 1. And I'm gonna use one of these slices. There's 2 slices left. Next. They get mustard in these things. Mustard's important. If you don't have mustard, what do you got in this world? Right? Just imagine a world without mustard. No, but like really imagine it. Vegan roast beef just wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I almost dinked myself. I just about dinked myself. Woo. I was close. I said that thing like a ninja star right at my, I don't even know, I went poof, and the thing went right by me. What's going on in the chat? How's the lovelies doing? Ah, damn it. Thor in the house, yes. Lobo, what's up? You know me, don't you? I am Thor, the greatest of Thors. Lynn? How's it going, Lynn? Lynn, I'm sorry. I like you and everything, Lynn, but I gotta hide you on this channel. I just don't know what you're saying. I love Russians and Russia and Ukraine and Africa and Japan. Beautiful places. Go Google what country in the world is the smartest. What race on planet Earth is the smartest? And tell me if you don't have a good laugh that, you know, you can Google it for days and it'll never be the same country twice. Oh man. That's, you know, thinking ego, not ego, thinking you're the smartest. I'll give you an example of what I'm getting at right now. And this is serious, you have to dive with me here for a second. In order to measure somebody's intellect, you would have to know everything entirely. Everything. Nobody does. Number 2. Did you know Einstein's IQ? First of all, a genius is, if you're rated a genius, you score over 160 points on some sort of test. We'll just leave it there for a second. Did you know that Einstein had an IQ of between 205 and 225 to 35 depending on the type of test. Does that make any sense? It should make some sense. It should make a lot of sense to others who have a lot of sense. But the point of this is, there isn't just one test that can be administered to find out how brilliant someone is. That's mistake number one, right? There's like thousands upon billions of things you could be good at on this planet that have relevance, that have serious relevance on this planet. That someone else may throw shade just because they're too ignorant, or simply because they're too daft to realize your brilliance or see the path you're on is quite amazing. So always be prepared to have the most, brainless of folks tell you or mock you, silently of course, always behind your back. Like, I'm very smart. And to those that think I can't read your mouth across an entire store, or tell where somebody's going to be moved to another table without even being remotely close to them. Yeah, there is a lot to life that many people have to learn. Reading people, for instance, it's something that no one is good at and everyone claims to be a master at. Look into it. Look into it. And then look into those that can see through walls that they've never been in, right? This shit's real, but you'll look for years, if not hundreds of years, and you'll see no one that even has the slightest of skills, right? It's putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, right? And most people are just too bots, too much of a solid bot to think outside of your own mainframe, your own plastic shell of a computer casing. I'm not here to upgrade anything more than my database, right? And it's already done, sure. But is it done in the way that I'm thinking, right? Maybe, maybe not. Has it been recorded and posted to something of relevance? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe in another language. Maybe in another language somebody's done this, right? Somebody from Japan. There's lots of wicked growers in Japan, China, all over the world. There's a grower, right? But is there one in English that can help out? English side, Westerners right now. I don't know. I'm not saying it's me, I'm saying I'm looking for a person, and there's some, I'm not talking about Ramo right now. I just finished another video, or starting to see in this video. I watch Ramo videos. I do watch Ramo videos, and he inspired me to grow monster plants 20 some years ago. Urbangrower.com, was his website. Great website. The guy's a genius. He's a genius for creating that and envisioning that. I had something similar. I just never got to take it as far as him. I believe he's in his, I think he's almost, I'm not sure how old Ramo is. He's way older than me. Like, I'm 40. He's probably 4 or 5 years away from 60 or something. I don't know how old he is. 55? I don't know. I got no clue. I couldn't tell you. And I don't sit there and find out about him. I just watch I watch every single video he's ever made that he posted for people to see publicly. I watched all the ones he made for grow videos. I don't know if he made any others. I didn't watch them if it wasn't a grow video. I've seen every piece of grow content that guy's ever made. His best videos are, they're not even on YouTube. Nothing wrong with his videos on YouTube. They're sick, they're amazing. His best videos are his first, whatever he made on that website. And whatever he uploaded to Pod TV. Southpaw TV got to go to his place and upload videos to their channel on the original cannabis community by far for video. I could never do it at the time. I was young. And I don't say anything. So we got kombucha here. But I will say this, I did record at a lot of my buddies' gardens throughout over the last 20 years with their faces aren't on there, their faces, their voices aren't on there. These video cameras don't give away any type of property or landmarks or anything. It's just a panda paper on a wall, black and white poly. Some of the nicest gardens in the world have never been seen by anybody but me on camera. Some of the guys didn't like. Most of my buddies are so like they're old. They just didn't want to. They were like, yeah, go ahead, and they didn't even want to see the video after. And then a couple, I was like, just check this out, so I'd hook it up through the red, white, and yellow cable or whatever, like the RCA jacks. Oh. And then I'd start using the little digital video remote on their big screen TV, and then I got some people's attention, and then every 6 months, every couple months, I'd get a call, hey, come on down. And they'd never heard of this. Is like, well, the internet was sort of becoming a thing, right? And I just never went and uploaded nothing. And sadly enough, because I wasn't uploading anything, like the tapes were really expensive back then. It was like $20 a digital videotape. And I had like 45, 50 of them. I had like $1,000 worth of tapes, and I was 19 years old. 20 years old, 21. I had more, but I have a list, like I have a master list somewhere, a few places, but it has like, at least I counted, I have 3 cleaning tapes and this many of this type of tape and this many of this stuff. But so much fun, living in Canada has been so much fun. This kombucha is very nice. Cheers, y'all. This is kombucha. It's vegan kombucha. No sugar added, and it's ginger lemon. It's like 5 calories in it or something. This one I like. Ginger lemon, man. My chick likes ginger. She'll like this. This one's still, it's like 3/4 in here. I'll give her half of it. She may not want any though, actually. I'll just drink it. There's stevia leaf in here. I grew a stevia plant. I can't remember if I gave it to my mom or if it died or what happened. I don't remember if it was before I moved here or if it was after. Huh. I don't really remember what it looked like. I kind of want to say sort of like oregano leaves, but I don't remember. I had it for a long time too. It wasn't like I used to have a lot of different plants, a lot of different house plants. It must have been at my other house. Because since I lived here, I've never had house plants here. Just that one huge tropical palm. No clue what kind it is. So I made my wife a sandwich for later. A kombucha. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a little bit of a nap. Maybe like a 10-second nap. What? Wow. Like a 1 hour. It's not gonna be 10 seconds. It's gonna be like a 1 hour nap. Yesterday was such a rude awakening. I don't even want to see the way that I woke up yesterday at the end of the stream. The timer on the oven. So annoying. This is one of those snacks you want to sit down on a stool and tell somebody about how good the good old days used to be. Everything tasted better. The berries were sweeter. The birds were sweeter. They just chirped. Making love was sweeter. I'm bringing back the 80s, baby. If you enjoy my show, make sure to drop a like. My wife tells me all the time I'm a real old guy. Hey, I went out there. I tried to envision myself being famous. It's okay. I mean, yeah, people were gawking at me. The chicks wanted me. Apparently, I thought this younger lady extremely attractive. You know, she's like, well, my wife is 10. Oh, anything less, she was a clear 9 outside. If my wife was never created, the woman was a 9.59. And well, my wife was there, so she's clearly a 5 in my eyes, right? I'm standing next to the most beautiful thing ever made, and so I'm telling you, man, this woman, she's looked at me like 9 times already. Different sets of times. So there's a lot of things going on here. But this last one, I am getting I'm turning bashful. I'm like, oh, I'm like, either this woman either recognize, because she is not unlocked. I'm like, bitch, you unlock your eyes or my chick's gonna knock you out. And I'm looking at her going, hey, cut it out, stop, cut it out, stop, my wife. Boom, she'll end you, right? And the lady is sitting there and she's like, and she just looks so happy and friendly and go-lucky, and I'm just like, what the hell are you smiling at? And she's staring right at me. Like there's 6 other people in line, 3 there and 3 in the corner. We're all bunched together, and there's 1 or 2 here, and a tiny person, and there's like a tiny little kid. And then there's me, and like she was like right here on me, right here. Her eyes are in between my hands, and like we can see there's only enough room for a damn pair of eyes. There's nowhere else. She's looking right at me. And I'm like, I'm well aware she's looking at me, so I'm going like this, and she's looking at me for now. It's been 7 minutes, and I'm wondering like, what are we waiting for until 1, right? So I'm trying to be really cool about it, right? Like, oh, I'm not at all worried about what time it is, how long I've stood here. All I hear is people scoffing on most days, so I try to be the least scoffy person in line. Except when it's at Costco and it's like, you're so far away that the elites can't even hear you scoffing, right? On camera there. So you shout, "Cha!" "Cha!" You've shouted it to the back of the parking lot, to the front of the store, right? Ah, zigzag formation, delta, they got you set up running. Those weirdest formations I've ever seen. Back to what I was saying, this lady, she's staring at me. She's maybe 25, but I'm trying to be respectful here. This 25-year-old lady is staring at me, and I've basically, I just look back at her, and after a while, I get a little bit of a kick out of it myself. I'm like, she's kind of like smiling at me, and so I just smile back. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, what the fuck, And I'm like, when you beat me in the stare down, yes, you're a better stare downer than me. You have beat me. You have beat a Viking stare down. It's not happened before. With smiles too. She beat me down with smiles. I'm like, Jesus, you beat me down with smiles, girl. And then I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, wait, she's gonna call. She's like specifically waiting to catch me in the line, right? Because I'm trying to see. She's like looking at the numbers and she's counting her head. She's trying to like make sure I get her till, right? And no, it has nothing to do with that. This other girl is waving something in the air, a pair of jeans and short shorts for this dude up in front of us. Which I'm now remembering there's actually a person there, but he's very quiet and patient, so I am trying to equally match his patience. No, he beat me. He's a very patient dude. Bro, and they come back with these jeans and stuff for this dude. And the whole time I swore she was staring at me. I think she was staring over, like my wife pointed out. She deflated me very quickly, my wife. She pointed out that the jean rack was probably right behind me, and I clearly remember picking jeans, and they were over this shoulder, which would have made this view thing be that. And I'm like, damn. But on a brighter note, I did totally cock over all of the security system had a corporate, accidentally of course, but I ran into your security system, and you're now out 45 to 55K. And my shoulder is almost back. And I'm like about 4 hours away from being as good as before I walked into your entire steel gate that was closing on me, and I kept going, and 4 people wanted my autograph at the store. No, not because I'm the most famous YouTuber, because I almost took out a 15-foot tall gate with my bare shoulder. As you can see here, it is not to be fucked with. I will see you next time, and remember, be kind, or I'll get you. I will get you. Hashman out.